Want to find out what you need to get this time around for this week? Man, do we have some really good stuff. We got a couple of God rolls and we got some really interesting roll that you guys are definitely not going to want to miss out. Let's go ahead and jump in and talk about what you need to get this week. Esiva, this is LaserBolt, and first when I went ahead and saw what was available this week, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna be such a good week. Until I came across a couple items that, man, these are actually pretty good. Now, the reason why I think these are gonna be pretty good is because we have an item that I think it's gonna be really, really good when the new raid comes out. And I'm gonna talk about why I think that's gonna be such a good item. Then we have another one that it's a requirement that you guys definitely pick up. If there's something that you need to pick up this week, you have to pick this item up. And number two, we have a God roll. I don't even know if to call it a God roll or like a super duper God roll, but we're going to jump in and talk about that as we progress throughout the video. But before we take a look at the items, I want to remind you guys about our giveaway. We're giving away 2 free copies of Borderlands 3 for the system of your choice. To join, it's super easy. All you got to do is click the link down below where it says Join Bold Nation, and you guys will be automatically entered. So good luck to everyone who plans on participating. As a friendly reminder, I want to remind you guys that we are also covering other loot and shooters like Destiny 2, Borderlands 3, and a couple FPS games. So you're definitely going to want to make sure you guys check out those videos, which are already live in the channel. So thank you guys for showing me love and support. All right, so let's get started and take a look at the first loot. For the first loot, we're going to be taking a look at a vest, which is a Petrov defense vest, which comes with 101 skill power. Now, you'll be able to pick this one up from the clan vendor, and this is actually a really good roll, especially if you're trying to do a skill build. The reason this is such a really good roll because I believe the skill power for a vest is 12 and 1,200. So 901 is not that far off. It's only 300 points off from the God roll. So you're definitely going to want to make sure you consider this one because it is actually a pretty good roll. The only caveat to this, guys, of course, you have to be in a clan level that's 12 or 15. So it's time for you to start clan hopping if you need to build on that skill build or if you need to get a vest with a higher skill power. All right, so now on to the second piece of gear. For the second piece of gear, guys, we're going to be taking a look at a pair of knee pads. These are going to be Gilligards, and this come with a 10% total armor, and you're going to be able to pick these ones up from the clan level 16. So your clan level has to be level 16 in order to pick this one up. These are considered another really excellent roll, as I believe the highest you're able to go here is 16 or 18, if I'm 100% correct on the knee pads when it comes to total armor. So 10% is actually a really good roll. If you guys are missing on that total armor, you guys are more than welcome to actually pick these ones up. Once again, level 16 in the clan vendor. The next item we're going to be taking a look at is a Badger Tough mask, which comes with 44 hazard protection. Once again, it's going to be in the clan vendor level 16. Now, this mask has a really high hazard protection, and I believe that this mask in particular is going to be vital when it comes to the new raid. I think hazard protection is going to be playing a key component with the brand new raid that's coming out. And I think a lot of us are kind of sleeping on hazard protection. If you guys have played the previous raid, when you're doing Razorback, hazard protection is such a viable option. And I think the new raid is going to expand on that, and we are going to be required to have a lot of hazard protection. This is theoretically speaking on the brand new raid, guys. I think this is definitely something you should consider picking up at least 2 to 3 pieces of these, just because of the simple fact that I believe these are going to be extremely viable when the new raid gets released. All right, now on to the next item, guys. We're going to be taking a look at a backpack that comes with 16.5 health. This is going to be in the clan level 19 to 21. This is a very interesting backpack. It is not like an excellent roll or a semi-god roll or a god roll at all. This is actually a really good backpack. If you are lacking on health percentile in your backpack, 16.5 is pretty decent. So this is something you might want to check your inventory and see if this is actually a viable option for you guys. All right, guys, so the next thing we're going to be taking a look at is another backpack, and this is a backpack that comes with 21.5 total armor. You're going to be able to pick this one up from the clan level 22 and 25. This is actually a pretty decent backpack. If you guys are short on total armor and you want to kind of make that a little bit higher, check your backpack, see what you guys have. 21.5 is actually a pretty decent roll. I would probably suggest maybe picking up at least 1 or 2 of these in case you're kind of lacking on any of these attributes with a current backpack that you have. It does become very helpful. Total armor is actually a pretty good attribute to have in case you get a backpack with really high weapon damage. So definitely consider picking up at least 1 or 2 of these. It should be very viable. The next item we're taking a look at is a backpack once again, and this backpack comes with 8.5 weapon damage. And once again, this is in the clan level 22 and 25. You'll be able to pick this one up. This is only if you guys are lacking a weapon and damage backpack. It's always good to have weapon damage, guys. At least to have something in your inventory that will allow you to up the weapon damage for your backpack. Weapon damage is one of the most viable things in a backpack, and it seems to be one of the things that drops the lowest in. So having the 8.5 weapon damage backpack always becomes helpful due to the simple fact that you're able to roll this and kind of give you better stats with your AR, LMG, or whatever weapon you guys are using. So if you guys have a couple backpacks that you guys feel that need a little bit more weapon damage, definitely consider picking up between 1 to 4 of these and to have in your inventory. The next item we're going to be taking a look at, guys, is a pair of gloves that have hazard protection of 29%. These are actually pretty good. Once again, these items, remember guys, I said are going to be viable when the new raid comes out. So you want to at least pick up at least 2 of these. I know hazard protection, like I said, gets a little bit overlooked sometimes, but I think it's going to be very viable when the new raid comes out. These are a pair of gloves that are going to be in clan level 27 to 30. So you got to make sure you find a clan, pick at least 1 of 2 of these up. And trust me, guys, you'll thank me once the new raid comes out. You'll be like, thank you, Laser, for at least giving me the heads up to pick up some hazard protection. All right, so now it's time for the juicy stuff, boys. Oh my goodness, you guys don't even know. You're going to want to make sure you pick this one up. If there's anything I could suggest that you guys should pick up, it is this item in particular. To pick this item up, you're going to want to make sure you head to the DC South. Of course, that is the Dark Zone South. And you'll be able to pick up a mask with damage to elite. And it comes with 42% damage to elite. I know a lot of you guys are struggling with that damage to elite, guys. I've seen some 30s, some 28s. I know some of you guys have been kind of boasting your 45, 47s, 48s, even your 50s out there. But, you know, 42 is actually a pretty good roll for a damage to elite mask. And I think if you do have a really high damage to elite mask, it's still worth you to pick up some of these masks. The reason why is because you always want to get as much damage to elite as you possibly can, not only for this particular raid, but for the next raid that's coming out. So having at least 10 of these is a must in my personal opinion, because getting that high damage to elite is very difficult. And having at least 10 of these that you could roll into different masks is always going to become a viable option. Plus, it's not going to hinder you from kind of giving up a mask later on the road when you're like, man, I just really wish I had more damage to elite on this mask, but I have to use the one I'm currently using because that's the only one with damage to elite. So having a lot of these is actually very good, guys. So suggestion here is pick up at least 10 of this. Trust me, guys, you won't regret it. All right, so now for the item that we're calling a god roll. And you guys are going to be like, man, is this a god roll? I don't even know if I should call this a god roll or if I should call this a super duper god roll, because this one is actually pretty interesting, guys. Now, in order for you guys to see this item that I'm talking about, you're going to want to make sure you head to Dark Zone West Side. And you're going to go talk to the vendor. Once you go ahead and talk to the vendor, you're going to find a holster. Now, this holster is a wave and wear holster. And at the beginning, you're probably wondering, Laser, this is not a god roll. What do you mean this is a god roll? Look at the stats on that holster. Well, hear me out and then you guys will understand why this is a god roll. Well, the reason why this is a god roll is because this is a wave and wear holster. Now, there's nothing too special about that. You guys are probably wondering, well, there's wave and wear holsters all the time. But if you notice here, we have the wave and wear with 2 yellows and 1 red slot, right? And you're probably wondering, well, Laser, I mean, they usually drop with 2 yellows and 1 red. What do you mean this is a god roll? Well, the reason why this is kind of like a god roll, super duper god roll, is because when the wave and wears drop with 2 yellows and 1 red, you never get a talent. Now, I don't know if this is a bug or if this is something new that we're getting with Loot 2.0, and this is what we kind of have to expect when Loot 2.0 goes active, is that we're going to be getting the stuff that technically doesn't drop with talents. We're going to be getting them with talents. So this one right here in particular, guys, it is a god roll because not only does it drop a wave and wear with the 2 yellows and 1 red, but it also drops with a talent. Now, this particular holster is so good, especially if you have a 377 build, or if you're doing the raid, if you're running on the ropes, or anything that requires a high utility of 7, this is actually a really good holster that you guys should definitely pick up. So that's the reason why it's a god roll. It's a god roll because it's a holster that you've never seen in the game. It's something new. You got the 2 yellows, the 1 red, and the talent, and it comes with hard hitting. So what more can you expect out of this holster? Really good holster also for skill builds, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you pick this one up. I don't know if it's bugged. Let me know if you guys think it's bugged or you guys think this is part of Loot 2.0. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And there you guys have it. Those are all the must-get items of this week. Trust me when I tell you guys, you're definitely going to want to make sure you pick up that damage to elite mask, the hazard protection thing that I mentioned, and this holster. This holster is amazing. Trust me when I tell you guys, you're definitely going to want to pick up these items. So hurry up and pick them up. I do hope you guys did enjoy this video and found it informative. If you did, do me the huge favor, guys. Drop a like. Share this video with your friends because that does help us out a lot. Let's try to get this video to 300 likes. I think we can do it. Come on. I know we can, boys. If you want to show additional love and support, do consider joining the Bull Nation. To join, it's super easy. All you got to do is click the link down below where it says Join Bull Nation, and you will unlock exclusive features only found in the channel and some amazing emotes for you guys to use on chat. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget WGATAP, and I will catch you guys on the next video.